Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, how are you? Good afternoon, how are you? Good evening, how are you? Good evening, how are you? Good afternoon, how are you? Good afternoon, how are you? Good afternoon, how are you? And good afternoon, how are you? Great week for the Warriors. Great week for the Giants over the Sweet over the Texas Rangers. Tomorrow, Pittsburgh, and then Warriors Pelicans. 2 games left. So let's talk about the schedule. Is out. We are gonna play from preseason to regular season for the Red Niners and the Raiders, both of those teams. So we got the 70th anniversary of the San Francisco 49ers. 30 years of the San Francisco 49ers Foundation since 1991. So we're gonna call more names. Here we go. We won against the Detroit with Lions. Sunday, September 12th, 10 Pacific. And then week 2 on Sunday, September 19th, 10 Pacific. Fox Network. They're against the Philadelphia Eagles. Then, at the home opener against the opening night on Sunday Night Football, September 26th against the Green Bay Packers. That's getting us that's getting primetime games on NBC Bay Area. Then, in week 4, Seattle Seahawks. Sunday afternoon, October 3rd, 1:05 kick on Fox. Fox Network will be 1:25 kick at State Farm Stadium. Take on the Cardinals in week 5. Sunday, October 10th. Then, we got the bye week, week 6. And then, the bye week with 1 day off. And then, week 7 against the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday, October 24th. Bears, Cardinals, Rams, Jaguars, Vikings, Seahawks, Bengals, Falcons, Texas, Tennessee, Texas, and Rams. To wrap this regular season at home games in Levi Stadium from Levi Stadium from home to on the road games. Alright, local primetime game, so the Raiders in San Francisco. That's a win.
That's when no one's thinking, oh no, the Raiders or the Niners are coming. Speaking of the Raiders, they're going to start off Monday Night Football on the road against Denver. Then, how about another road game? That will be at Kansas City. So we talk about 2 road games to start. The Niners have the Bucks and they have the Bengals. The Raiders have the Donkeys and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder there. Then the Raiders come home and they get the Vikings, who are a good team.
No, they're not.
Then they're a playoff team. Then they
No,
get
they
the
weren't.
Colts.
Bears kept them out. They weren't a playoff team last year.
The year before they were in the NFC title game. You're right. The Colts were a playoff team. That's your first 4. Then, of course, the 4th year in a row, because Mark Davis tries his hardest to get out of Oakland. That's a fact. Only 7 home games, 4 years in a row. They will play in N17 OAP, North London, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They'll play the Bears in London. So you'll see Khalil Mack trying to sack, I guess, Derek Carr, unless they move on. The Raiders get a bye in week 6. And the bye week is something that's in the Communist Manifesto. It's how do we make the season longer? How do we make it 17 weeks, a bye week, and then they pretend it so people can rest?
Yeah, oh yeah. Because they care about player safety with their Thursday night games in there.
What that means is there's no football for me that week. Not me that I care about. Then I just have to watch highlights and things I don't care about. Green Bay in Oakland at week 7. The Texans, DeAndre
Hopkins. Yep.
Hopkins, and also the quarterback Watson's going to come. That's the week 8. Then you talk about a couple of a 3-game road trip if you want. Of course, they fly home after the games. But the Lions, then the Chargers, which will be their Thursday night game. Let's see what kind of ridiculous yellow uniforms the Chargers have that night.
No doubt.
After they'll win in Carson. And then the Bengals. So the Niners and the Raiders will both play in the Queen City this year. And then, because it is the law, death taxes and the Jets have to play in Oakland every year. They'll be in week 12. The Chiefs come in December 1st. Then Tennessee and Jacksonville, back-to-back road games. Week 16, It's a Sunday night game against the Chargers, but it says subject to change. That will change.
That'll get flexed out.
That will get flexed out. And then the Raiders will end. This will be the last game in Oakland. You would probably think we already had the last game in Oakland. We all went to it.
Did we already go through this?
Yeah, and we're gonna go through it again apparently, and that'll be against the Donkeys on December 29th. When you look at that schedule, Brian Covey, what do you think?
Yeah, tougher 2 road games. I think we're not going to get to see an NFL game in the Bay Area until September 22nd. I know that. So that's unfortunate. The game in London sucks for me personally as a Bears fan because, that game should be getting played in Oakland, which would mean I only have to ride BART. Now I'm just going to have to watch it on television. So chance to see the Bears play in the Bay Area, not going to happen there. That sucks. The bye week, again, front half of the season, I'd much rather have a bye week 10, week 11, something like that. Better than week 4, I'll give you that. But the 3 road games in a row in the second half of your season, that's brutal. And you've got at Detroit, short week at San Diego, and then, oh, don't worry, we did you a real favor because we know we gave you the short week, so we'll give you a little time off before you travel. We'll give you 10 days off.
Talk about this one, the 3 road games in a row. Listen to the home games now. We got all kinds of great stuff. So, take it away by listening. 10 now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so listen to the home games are coming as home games. So we got listen to the home games, Phil. Ravens, Dolphins, Bears, Eagles, Chiefs, Bengals, Washington football team, Broncos, and Chargers. That's the next home game. So this is a matchup. So here goes. We got Ravens. Listen to the home games in 18 weeks of the season. Ravens, Steelers, Dolphins, Chargers, Bears, Broncos, Eagles, Giants, Chiefs, Broncos, Bengals, Cowboys, Washington, Chiefs, Browns, Broncos, Colts, and Chargers. There we go. So we had 18 weeks of the season. So that's all there is to it. Waiting. Oh my goodness.
Bay Area, not going to happen there. That sucks. The bye week, again, front half of the season, I'd much rather have a bye week 10, week 11, something like that. Better than week 4, I'll give you that. But the 3 road games in a row in the second half of your season, that's brutal. And you've got at Detroit, short week at San Diego, and then, oh, don't worry, we did you a real favor because we know we gave you the short week, so we'll give you a little time off before you travel. We'll give you 10 days off before you got to play the Bengals in Cincinnati. Oh, yeah, but that game's on the road also. That's terrible for the Raiders. You can tell that the Raiders have zero cachet in the league office.
By the way, and I'm a lifelong Raider fan, but I always try to keep it real. I see 3 wins. I see 3-13. I see the Lions, the Jets, and I'm going to give them the Packers at home. I wonder if John Gruden has learned his lesson from last year, and I don't just mean trading away great talent. I mean making bad draft picks. What I mean is traveling to London and treating it like any other game. I'm not a gambling guy, more or less. That's Joe Fortenbaugh at this station. But I said this last year on the air, this is a lock. Take everything you own and bet it on the Raiders to lose in London. Because I know from going to Europe 12 times how long it takes for your body to get acclimated. And I even forgot who they played, but they got there first. And the Raiders had no chance to win that game. It wasn't physically possible. So I want to see if Gruden, who already whined about getting on the plane last time, if he'll actually go 2 days earlier like he's supposed to this time.
All right, and just to clarify something, we were reading this backwards, Rick. The home games are the Denver and Kansas City, because I was trying to resolve the fact that they were both playing road games, the 49ers and the Raiders at the same time. So it's Broncos, Chiefs at home, at Vikings, at Colts, Bears in London.
You know why I thought that? Because it lists the game in London as home.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So, by the way, 4 years in a row now, Mark Davis has put the Raiders
Right. Yeah, because
in
it
a
is
foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yes, we stand corrected.
Broncos, Chiefs at home to start, at Vikings, at Colts, Bears in London, at the Packers. So they will play 3 straight road games at the Colts. Technically, it's a home game against the Bears, but that's a road game. And so if you want to go by that logic, they won't be in Oakland for almost... So they'll play a home game against the Chiefs week 2 on September 15th. They won't be back in Oakland again until November 3rd.
Okay, so I'll give them 4 and 12.
So they're going to be gone for... They're basically not going to play a home game in Oakland for 6 weeks because there's 2 games against the Vikings and the Colts. Then they play the Bears. Then 2 more road games at the Packers and at the Texans. Good time.
Good times for him. So that's it. We'll talk about it on Friday. So see you. Alright. Thanks for being with us. Talk to you tomorrow. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Also, while coming back. So we'll see you Friday. Till then. We love Toronto One Very Sports. See you next time. Goodbye.